Oh no.
Doll Vader? Okay.
You have a better intro than all of you other motherfuckers. Haha.
Alright. Unmute.
Oh my god. The face. Oh my god. I'll link the video as well. Give me a sec, Chad.
What the hell?
Check this out.
Open the damn door now. Hey, scrub. Wait, milk and bread? He's OP.
Oh my god.
Come at me, bro. What the hell?
Wow. That is hilarious. Oh my god. That was amazing.
I don't know what to say.
Oh my god.
Wipe.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalrin. I'm here with my twin Thamiel, and today we're talking about the YouTube demonetization thing. I got asked about my stream to talk about it, and I decided, hey, might as well do it. Me and Thamiel are gonna do a video on this anyway. So Thamiel is a guy who plays Final Fantasy and streams it, and has an anime channel, the second channel. Now your turn to introduce me.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamiel. Welcome everybody to... Oh, never mind.
Just do it. Just introduce me.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamiel. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamiel. Welcome everybody to... Should I just introduce you directly or just do the intro? Fuck, start over. Fuck.
Really?
Yeah, start over.
We're fine. We're fine.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamiel. Welcome everybody to this Final Fantasy XIV commentary. I'm here joined today with my twin to talk about a topic that, personally, him and I been trying to avoid for the longest time, the YouTube demonetization frustration. We've been trying to avoid it simply because everybody else and their mother has already been talking about demonetization affecting their channel and how to affect their channel, and talking about the YouTube system and complaining about how it's this or how it's that. The last thing I wanted to do, I think both him and I wanted to do, was to banter and complain and rant about the YouTube system because everybody else were. We just wanted to focus on making videos. At a certain point, it started eating away for both of us, and we decided we would just talk about it in this video.
Yeah, the worst part is, honestly, the reason I didn't want to talk about it, it's kind of like when you're having that good dream, and then you kind of just don't want to wake up, so you try not to move, you try to stay, maybe go back to sleep, so then you can keep the dream going. I just didn't want to talk about it, and then kind of pop the balloon, because I feel like if I talked about it, then my channel will get hit. But it still got hit, even though I didn't say anything when I wanted to. Anyway, what is the YouTube demonetization? So PewDiePie, and this is just rough like history for the thing.
Yeah.
PewDiePie decided to be edgy, got on Fiverr, got people to say some ridiculous things, and got some dudes that don't even speak English to write some anti-Semitic stuff on a poster and say, subscribe to Keemstar. Whoop you fucking do, edgy humor. Then Wall Street Journal says, hey, Pepsi, Coca-Cola advertisers, look at YouTube. It's so racist. Look at that. They have ISIS recruitment videos. We have PewDiePie being racist. We have racist songs. What is this? So advertisers pull out. YouTube has a knee-jerk reaction and makes a bunch of new rules. What are these rules? They are a little too broad, is what I like to call them. One of them is violence. What kind of violence can you have? Can you have video game violence? It says it's generally acceptable, but it doesn't specify. Language. What kind of language? They say too much cursing is a bit too much, but they don't specify either. I wish I could give you some examples, but YouTube even doesn't have examples of like how much violence is too much, how much language is too much. Content. What can you talk about? You can't talk about tragedies, but can you or can you not? We can't really tell. Politics. Is that too much? Is that where people are divided? Nobody wants to, have Coca-Cola running with ads when someone says, yay Trump or no Trump. Nobody really knows. And some of the discrepancies that we can show you, violence and language. This one I can kind of cover in a single go. Swifty. If you watch my channel, you know who Swifty is. If you don't, if you watch Thamiel, you might know who Swifty is. Generally, he makes WoW content, very PC, no bad language at all, because he has a Razer sponsorship. And even his, like, if you look at his video and his channel and you look at it in restricted mode, you'll think this guy uploads once every 3 months. because most of his videos are just not advertiser friendly. He doesn't curse, but I do. The only difference is me and him is he doesn't curse, I do. Both of us make WoW content, but his videos are getting demonetized, mine are not as much. So he says it's because of video game violence. This guy isn't cursing. He only has World of Warcraft PvP, where as a Frost Death Knight, he uses magical attacks to kill another player in a fantasy violence. So you have Swifty, who is PC, playing a video game that's not even that violent. I won't even say World of Warcraft is a violent video game, really.
No.
Not like really bad, but he's getting hit.
We have somebody like that, similar to Swifty on 14. We have Mr. Happy. If any of y'all play 14 live content, you know, sometimes he gets frustrated or whatever, gets in a heated discussion, it's whatever. But on videos, no cursing whatsoever. Plays Final Fantasy 14, does update videos, discussion videos, analyzes things, trailers, whatever. He pretty
basically Swifty of Final Fantasy.
Basically Swifty of Final Fantasy. And we have the same, you know, nothing at all. And yet he got hit. And a lot of people actually on 14 also got hit, me included, but everybody else in 14 community has been getting hit, and nobody knows what it is. Is it the violence of Final Fantasy 14? It's similar to World of Warcraft. That was for the most part good, but 14 is not okay. Is it the language? The only thing I can say is, in the recent expansion for Final Fantasy 14, the expansion is called Stormblood. Now, blood, I get, you know, maybe could be caught by the system, but shouldn't it be somebody at YouTube whitelisting that kind of thing? Because it has nothing to do with blood. It actually has something to do with the content of the expansion and the titling. But anyway, regardless of that, a lot of Final Fantasy 14 YouTubers started removing Stormblood from tags and titles, and so on and so forth.
What about Jimmy Kimmel, who can talk about Vegas shooting, and then we have Casey Neistat, who can't talk about Vegas shooting because he got demonetized, but Jimmy Kimmel didn't. Jimmy
Kimmel seems to be, unlike other content creators, on a very omitted list. For example, a lot of the ads...
He's immune.
Yes, pretty much. He has the immunity, entire immunity. The way YouTube responded was the reason Jimmy Kimmel has ads for major advertisers on his Las Vegas shooter video posted up is because the YouTube advertisers decided to opt into a separate program that is outside of the YouTube monetization system that still lets them do monetization, but outside the bot system. And they can do that because they're advertisers, and advertisers can do whatever they want. And it's set up as a special system for people like Jimmy Kimmel, probably people like Jimmy Fallon, and the like. Somebody with a TV audience and TV studio. Somebody already has a TV presence that are going over to YouTube. So they are immune entirely, so they don't have to be even bothered by the system. They can get ads on anything whatsoever.
So we have a system with all these rules that don't really seem consistent. I can make WoW videos and curse, and my videos sometimes, for the most part, didn't get hit. Swifty doesn't curse, and he is getting hit left and right. We have people on the Final Fantasy side. Stormblood, can you do that? Oh, maybe it's the tags. What kind of content? It's basically similar to WoW as a game. I mean, both games are very similar. Tab targeting, casting, raids, dungeons. Some people are saying maybe it's like thumbnails. Maybe you can't have swords and guns and thumbnails, like Destiny crowd. They're basically just getting screwed on thumbnails just because they have a gun in a thumbnail. And they play a game where you run around in a futuristic sci-fi world shooting guns. Is it their fault? Should they be demonetized because they're playing a video game? Is it the fault of the game for having guns? Should they just replace it with water guns? Nobody really knows. Both of our channels got hit, but they're not consistent getting hit either. Like, some of my videos are hit, where they have like Destruction Warlock PvP, but not every single one. I put out a video recently with Assassination Rogue PvP. It ignores the word assassination.
Here's another inconsistency I do want to voice about the second channel. Maybe not all of y'all have heard of a game series called Danganronpa. There's another series called Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Word, the second game in the series. Anyway, I play a lot of visual novel and JRPGs over on the second channel, anything with an anime art style. Danganronpa, for the most part, if you heard of it, it's a series where high schoolers are trapped in a situation and they have to kill each other and do a trial process in order to either escape or all die together in order to find the killer. And
think Hunger Games.
Yeah, think Hunger Games, but in a very closed environment. And then there's Virtue's Last Reward, where characters actually die, but it's all about the time paradox thing. It's interesting, if in fact, but people still die.
Sherlock Holmes with people dying.
Yeah, pretty much. Virtue's last reward, for the most part, all get demonetized, but Danganronpa with high school kids killing each other, that's okay for the most part. And this kind of inconsistency doesn't make sense. It's not the tags, I don't think. Maybe it's the game title. Maybe it's because one has one particular art style, the other one has the other particular art style. They're both games from Japan, so it doesn't make sense. It's not consistently demonetizing videos. It doesn't say exactly what it's demonetizing them for. And that kind of confusion and mystery is the most frustrating thing about YouTube right now.
One of the guys from YouTube, Chris plays games, and we don't want to attack Chris.
No.
He's a beautiful human being, beautiful butterfly. But he made a video, a rant, saying that YouTube loves their creators. Through the response of people talking about YouTube hates creators, YouTube is not doing anything, YouTube is this, YouTube is that. So we have a few points here. And basically this is not a response to Chris. It's more a response to YouTube. Chris is kind of like the spokesman, and we're just going off his, I guess, tags or whatever, points, and just saying, hey, this is yes, no, whatever. First one, featured lineup creators. YouTube loves to feature the creators, and they feature them on their community pages or whatever. So most people can subscribe, all the guys that are popular. So if you can get featured if you're an up-and-coming subscriber or YouTuber, I guess. But when you take a look at the featured lineup, like they have Annoying Orange in comedy.
Yeah. In the comedy lineup, they have number one Annoying Orange, which I don't think Annoying Orange has released a lot of comedy in forever. BF versus GF, which I'm pretty sure they broke up and the channel is dead. College Humor, which is more about college, less about humor at this point. But then they also have channels like Good Mythical Morning and Smosh that have that kind of production quality that almost TV studio-like. And I feel like it's just because of these selective individuals, YouTube cherry picks a lot of these content creators.
They have the channels that are doing well. They don't have any of the up-and-coming content creators. So it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really help anybody who's like, you know, trying to break into the system, whatever. Creator Academy, teaching YouTubers useful tricks in order to get the best, uses out of YouTube inside data information and improve on their content. They'll teach you how to make thumbnails, how to tag your videos properly, what kind of titles should you do, how do you clickbait properly, but they won't teach you how to avoid getting demonetized. YouTube Spaces, this one is a big one.
Let me read out the little blurb they have here on the website. YouTube Space brings together the most creative people on YouTube to learn, connect, and create with one another. They have like meetings and stuff. The space can be found across the globe, offering events, workshops, as well as the latest production resources to help bring your biggest ideas to life. Select a location below to learn more. And if you look at the locations, they have Berlin, London, Los Angeles, Mumbai, New York, Paris, Rio, Tokyo, and Toronto. It's really nice that there's a YouTube space in New York, but I'm not going to pay a ticket to fly all the way to New York just to use a YouTube space to make a video that's going to get demonetized anyway. No matter how many fancy cameras you use, no matter how best audio engineering you use, no matter what kind of editing stations that they have there, right there, and editors available for you, this is free, by the way. YouTube pays for this stuff. They rent out all these facilities for YouTubers to come and use for free. That's nice if I live in New York or Paris or Mumbai or London, if I live close to one of these studios and I can access them on a daily basis, but I cannot. I have my PC, I have a microphone, I have a webcam, I have OBS, I have Shadowplay, and I do my stuff at home because that's what I can do. That's what I'm able to do. I'm not going to travel all the way up to New York. Even if I was living in any of these places, I'd still prefer to just work from home. This is my workstation. I'm able to make my videos from this. I don't need the YouTube spaces. In fact, I think majority of YouTube content creators don't need YouTube spaces. They either have their own space, they have their own studios, Funhouse, people like Funhouse, people like Phil DeFranco, they have their own facilities that they already own, Rooster Teeth even, or they just record from home with their equipment that they have. They don't need these spaces in particular.
YouTube Creator Support Team. Very, very helpful.
Spotty.
I've never actually had a good answer from these guys.
No, I never had a real human being write something for me when it comes to like questioning like, hey, is this tag to use okay in this video? Is this title okay? How can I avoid getting demonetized here and there? To do some sort of a copy-paste answer. If you have ever gotten a real answer from a real human being, then you are really lucky and I'm jealous of you because I wish I could get the same thing.
So we're going back to like, hey, but we have the support team. But do they actually help you with the problem? Hey, I'm getting demonetized. Oh, please refer to our rules. That's not real human support. It's just like automatic. they're not hitting what's important, and important is the demonetization, which is what everybody is talking about. So
yeah, while I do understand that YouTube is relying on its content creators to keep producing content and keep making YouTube what it is and keep providing the videos for viewers to be entertained by.
The problem with YouTube, and the part that's frustrating, you have a website that has a bot running around rampant demonetizing videos with rules that don't really make a coherent, consistent sense, that are just way too broad, so you don't really know if you're stepping in a hole or not. You have also moments where they are basically throwing the people that have been on the website forever and would rather supporting and promoting the ads for people that already have TV networks. So it's like a space where YouTube is almost saying, hey, here are the rules, and they're just hitting whoever they don't like. Hey, here's how we're going to treat you. Take people that have been on there for a while, like Case and I said, just toss them on the side, demonetize, but keep Jimmy Kimmel up, even if he has a TV show on TV anyway. The reason YouTube is great is because of all the people on YouTube. Instead of helping people stay within guidelines and helping them, make videos that are not demonetized friendly, or instead of fighting for those people, instead it seems like they're pushing them out, bringing people that are already approved by TV stations and already have the ad guys with them, so it doesn't even matter. And then the rules are so big they can snipe whoever they don't like, and they don't need to really explain themselves. It's just frustrating.
Are you trying to push your content creators away? Because, especially for gaming, I swear, if Twitch were to push...
Yeah, the worst part is gaming.
If Twitch were to push a video platform, or if another successful platform were to come out...
There's a reason why people left for Twitch already. Yeah. So many droves. So many people. Even H3, not even a gaming guy, has a thing on Twitch.
Exactly.
Anyway.
I get it. Everybody got affected, and you can either blame the political reactionaries or Wall Street Journal or whatever, but the gaming channels are the ones getting affected as well. Somebody like me who just plays Final Fantasy XIV, nothing political, nothing too, I guess, vulgar language-wise, nothing violent. I just play Final Fantasy XIV. What is wrong with Final Fantasy XIV? Why is Final Fantasy XIV getting demonetized? Is it the game? Is it where it's from? Is it the tags? Is it the titles? Is it the description? Because I went through everything, and this kind of stuff been eating away at me. I've not been making a single video about it at all because I don't want to tell people that this is actually eating away at me. At a certain point, I decided, screw it. The standard is video uploaded, getting demonetized, so I'm just going by that standard from now on. This is a headache that is not worth the worry.
YouTube, nobody wants to deal with this. People just want to make videos. But it'd be kind of nice if they could make videos and buy McDonald's with it, or pizza every once in a while. I mean, that's really it. And you guys are not helping that at all.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Anyway, that has been our little rant / discussion on the YouTube demonetization. Definitely going to be cut a lot. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see all of you in the next video.